Okay, so it gets one thing when I don't talk for a long time about corruption and how Africans like corruption. Because we go to do like say we hate her, we don't hate her, we like her. Fortunately for me, and I saw a video of Patrick Lumumba this morning. Before I show you this video, let me tell you who he is first before you plan to insult him. Because not the Haduna. He's a Kenyan lawyer. He's a director of the Kenya School of Law, and he's a director at the Kenya Anti-Corruption Center, and he's a philosopher. He's a very intelligent man. Somebody who has studied Africa. He's always fighting for Africa is going to be better. Now, let's talk about corruption in Africa. Watch this.
You know, there was a time when I believed naively, of course, that the next generation is a generation that will be slightly better than our generation. But I'm quite clear in my mind that holding all factors constant, the younger generation is, in my view, even more dangerous to Africa.
Oh, dear.
Because they have learned from the older generation. Remember the age-old saying that when mother cow is chewing cud, baby cow, namely the calf, is watching very keenly.
True.
The next generation of Africans is waiting for the opportunity to be thieves. And a recent survey in Kenya demonstrated that over 40% of young people think that there is nothing wrong with corruption.
Yeah.
The only thing that they think is wrong is to be arrested, and that the only thing that you must do is to avoid being arrested. And I'm quite certain that if a survey were to be conducted in Nigeria, many young Nigerians would love to be in the opportunity, in the situation where they can steal. So that people condemn corruption sometimes not because they hate it, but because they themselves don't have the opportunity to be corrupt.
Good. There is, in law, my lawyer friends will always tell me of the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not be caught. This thing that Patrick Lumumba said, I have said it many times. Many times. The problem with Africa is that we are all thieves. We are just waiting for our turn to steal. When it's not your turn, you complain. When it's your turn, you call it grace. If you sit down church, listen to testimony sometimes, you will hear testimony, people testifying for corruption. They are celebrating corruption. And they'll say that God, where they give unmerited favor, where they give unmerited breakthrough. You see, sometimes when I talk here, people tell me, say, you they talk true. But once I talk the truth, I guess who they don't like. Because we are all the same thing. We're just waiting for our turn. I will say, accept me. But you don't know if you're a thief until you have the opportunity to steal here. Have you tried to talk to people who want to enter into police force and ask them, why do you want to go into the police force? You find that, say that to aid corruption, either they go there for. They don't even know. Have you tried to talk to lawyers and ask them, people who want to study law, ask them, why do you want to study law? Your hear reasons will shock you. Everybody is corrupt in Nigeria and they don't know that they are even corrupt. That's the most fearful type of corruption. And we learned it from our elders. Some more people who are born today at 2 years have already learned how to be corrupt. You don't even noticing that corruption in the land. So the youths are worse than the elders. Sometimes they'll say the best decision for Nigeria now to buy all these politicians. And I ask, who will you not put there? Because the ones coming up, bro, trust me, have access to information. And they see things, and they hear things. The ones coming up are worse than the ones that are there. So the next thing is, what is the solution? Because Patrick Lumumba clearly said that we learned it from our elders. They taught us. What is the solution? I told somebody one day that if Nigeria is going to be better, it's going to take us 150 years. That's if we start today. And we never even start. We need to forget everybody alive first. And start to work on the next set of children where they go born. Work on their mindset. You see anyone that not born today, forget her. It don't corrupt already. The one that won't born tomorrow will now start to work on their mindset. We'll now work on their mindset for the next 70 years and teach them to work on the next generation mindset. Even them, you know, go better totally. But they'll be better than us. So when they now work on the next generation, that one now will not be better than them. Now then Nigeria will start to good. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if we have to fix the structure of Africa, we have to start with the children that are being born. We have to start by working on their orientation. We have to start teaching them that it's not about your tribe, it's not about your religion, it's about your country. We have to start teaching them to be loyal to their country first, that their brother comes first before an outsider. So instead of you to sell your country's resources and connive with a white man or a foreign man to come and destroy your country's resources, you remember that any decision that will not support your Nigerian brother, the future of your brother, is a wrong decision. Because all these politicians, they just carry this money, just corrupt, carry all these things, and just can't go abroad. Go give out to Igbo people there. That's why Europe does not have resources, but they're living better than us. Because all the proceeds of our resources are politicians, they move and there. Every proceed at the year of lithium now. When some people, they illegally, they mine and they're exporting in dollars every month, every year through Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok with the help of foreigners, to the detriment of their Nigerian brothers. We have to start working on the next generation. We have to start working on them. We would already, about not finish. Yeah, we can try to say, okay, maybe we live a better life, but forget our generation, we're gone. We're gone. Corruption is our kidney. We don't even know what they do. If you work abroad, when you go abroad, if somebody renders service and you like the person's service, you tip the person. In Nigeria, as you reach where the person won't render you service, in the first time you say, you give me 1K. I need to collect salary. I won't buy 4 yesterday. The guy they tell me, say, food tank lovera, I feel 500 CU. He never even do his job to know whether I go tip him. He don't charge me already. We had to watch this car and 1.5. But once I just mistakenly ask the guy, say how much. Once you watch, I just mistakenly ask how much. He go say 2,000. Normally, I supposed to pay at the 1.5. I can put tip for 500 join for a job well done. But he go tell me 2,000 so that when I put another tip join, he don't tip, then he don't collect tip. The youths of this generation are worse than our elders, and it's not our fault. We learned it from our elders, but we have to make sure that we don't pass it over to the children.